Good morning, Tyler. It's Saturday, May 2nd, and I just watched your video about gaming. Now, to all of you, this video is between friends, and I'm merely stating my opinions on this matter, which will differ from Tyler's. For those of you who haven't seen Tyler's original video, I'll put the link in the description. It's been so long since I've pointed. I think that's the right way. But he did an original video about casual gaming versus competitive gaming and such. It's an interesting video to get his opinions on the table. While I do not claim to know everything that there is to know about gaming, and I don't think I ever will, please refrain from leaving a half-minded comment. Same policy as my pal Tyler. I don't have fancy charts or quotes or fisheye lenses, but I do have what could be seen as a fairly reasonable argument. You can go ahead and judge that for yourself. Let's start with your gaming pyramid. It was great. And accurate in its depiction of various percentiles of the gaming population. The bottom bit, where I fiercely stand, is for casual gamers who play games for fun. The middle bit, where I'd probably put Tyler, is for the hardcore competitive crowd out there with something to prove. Or maybe they have proven something and they're just continuing to prove it. I don't know. And the teeny tiny top bit, pro gamers, are for people like Fatality, or Tyler in 7 years, or Jesus, who have already proved what they need to prove. And gamers everywhere get hard with the idea that they someday might be able to touch the same joysticks that their fingers have worked magic with. It's an accurate depiction of the gaming community, at least in the percentile area. But what I start to disagree with is where you assign games to different gamers. Since when do competitive gamers avoid Halo for its easiness, or casual gamers avoid Counter-Strike because of all the difficulty? Now, Quake may be harder than Halo. Okay, it's sure as hell harder than Halo. Halo is like the bread and butter of the FPS genre, and Quake is like the nails and raw eggs. Hence, Quake requires more skill. This, however, cannot prove that Halo requires none. All games require skill. Hell, I'd have more respect for someone who's beaten Battletoads for the NES with no save states or cheat codes than for someone who's I don't know what the highest rank in Quake is. Grand Poobah of awesomeness. That sounds about right. Which brings into mind the definition of a competitive game. A very large population of people compete solely in the arcade, going batshit crazy over their Burger Time score, or getting every ghost every time they get an Energizer in Pac-Man. Ever seen the movie The Wizard? Well, it's god-awful. But it proves that people can compete with anything regardless of skill level. That's right, even on Super Mario Bros. 3. And the E-penis thing? I still think E-penis is like the funniest thing ever. Sure, Halo dorks do nothing but wave around their rankings and deathmatch kills. But how is that Brian dude any better? It just sounds like, instead of denouncing the E-penis philosophy entirely, he's just covering up the lesser Halo E-penis with his gigantic, triumphant Quake E-penis. And then you go and diss ranking systems of Call of Duty. But isn't that the game designer's fault, and not the gamers? They sure as hell should be able to view how they can improve, regardless of what games they choose, be they hardcore or casual. And as far as shitting on gamerscore goes, well, guilty as charged. The gamer score is truly a device made only to wave the E-penis as far as it will reach, degrading something like inherent gaming skill down to something as worthlessly insignificant as a number. While it is fun to get that number high, it doesn't do much for anybody. My main point, then I'll shut up. Just because one person is better at a game that someone else is not good at, especially if that game is more difficult than that person's comfortable zone of experience, this does not make the lesser individual devoid of skill. All of this, even by the people who claim to be exempt, all of this is E-penis territory. With, of course, the exception to pro gamers. They are better than us. They probably deserve to flash the E-penis. Gamers play what they like. And while the likes of Billy Mitchell can't play Quake to save his life. By the way, Billy Mitchell, that's the ridiculous record holder of numerous high scores in arcade games, most famously Donkey Kong, and the first ever recorded player of a perfect Pac-Man game. Perfect. Every dot, every Energizer, every ghost, every time you get an Energizer. Whoa. He's a professional. An outright, in-your-face, biggest E-penis I've ever seen professional. Games do not define gamers. And that is all. If you have anything of substance to add to this argument, feel free to comment away. And once again, Tyler, I hope to hear your response. Whatever. Okay, this is Griffin Lobster, and I'll see you next time for Psychonauts. I promise. See you later. Oh, my roommate's going to throw in a comment.
You have to keep in mind that even if, a sucky gamer, sucks at games, his real penis might be bigger than yours.
Thanks, man. Okay, that's all. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.